How's it going, everyone? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another virtual description. Today we are going to talk about my 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe. This is a vehicle I bought from a customer here in Texas, and the backstory goes that he bought it about 5 or so years ago, did some upgrades to it, and then ended up selling it directly to us. They bought it from another customer in the Texas area. So again, the vehicle's been in Texas for at least its most recent history, but before that, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of backstory on the car. The motor that's in it, again, this originally was a C code 289 two-barrel car. It has a replacement motor in it. The block itself is actually a 302 block. I got the numbers off of it, and it is a 302, but it still retains a two-barrel intake and carburetor on there. But again, this was a 289 two-barrel car, now has a stock style replacement 302 two-barrel. Runs great, backed by a C4 three-speed automatic transmission, and then you have power steering, power brakes. It is drums, but the vehicle does stop well, but it is power steering, power drums. And then you do have an upgraded aluminum radiator and electric fan. Now, on your exhaust, you still have a stock set of manifolds, but the rest of the exhaust is basically brand new. You have duals, aftermarket mufflers, and then you have the really cool trumpet tips coming out the back. And then you do have aftermarket AC, which blows nice and cold, has the underdash unit, which is probably the best setup for these. It blows really nice and cold, and it will freeze you out in there. It is a great driving, stock style little Mustang, cruises at 65, 70 miles an hour, fantastic. Check out the test drive video. You'll see me driving it. Going down the road, we'll dive into more of the mechanicals, but it is a good driving Mustang. On my does it work section, a couple small disclaimers. The voltage gauge, the horn, reverse lights, and the washer fluid sprayers aren't doing anything. So again, voltage, horn, reverse lights, and washer sprayers are going to be a no. And then I do not have any door lock keys, so you'll need to rekey the doors if you want to lock them. But I do have an ignition key or ignition keys and the deck lid key. So just door lock cylinders. You can buy those online for a couple dollars. Take a look at the Does It Work section. It's going to be posted on the website in multiple places. Within the additional informations tab or at the end of the photos, you'll see a screenshot of that. It outlines what works and what doesn't work. And if anyone needs more clarification, call up here and we'll get you more information. On my normal inspection that I do, I noted a minor drip from the bottom of the transmission. Same thing with the bottoms of the valve covers. There's a little bit of seepage. Nothing that needs to be addressed, but you will get some little drops here and there on your driveway or in your garage. Nothing that I felt like needed to be done, but just two little disclaimers there. Some of the suspension and steering components look like they've recently been redone. The tie rods and the center links look like they're newer. Sway bar radius, strut rod bushings also look like they've been replaced. Upper and lower ball joints are newer. And then your rear leaf spring subframe bushings are showing a little bit of cracking. That was kind of the biggest disclaimer that I noted on the suspension. So just a little bit of cracking in some of the bushings, but a lot of the wear items have actually been replaced. On your exterior, this was a color change. Originally, this was a code C honey gold. It is now black. I do not know when the black repaint or the color change was done. The body is solid, but the paint I would classify as older. Obviously, it's black. It shows more imperfections than any other color, so you can nitpick it to death. Walking up to the car, it still has a good cosmetic appearance to it, but on close inspection, you can kind of find flaws around the car. It's got some cracking on both of the rear quarters. I'll have good photos of that in my additional informations tab. Couple small little like bubble spots in the passenger side quarter as well. Again, you don't see it unless you're looking for it. It's nothing that's jumping out at you right away. It's just indicative of an older car that was repainted at some point. Again, body's really nice and solid, but the paint is older. The bumpers and the trim probably are older, probably done at the same time as the repaint was done. And then you do have that cool luggage rack on the back. Some people love it, some people don't. I think with this stock style looking of this car, it gives it kind of a cool, unique look. On your interior, it's code 26 black vinyl interior, stock style interior outside of the aftermarket center console. But that's, again, something that I actually don't mind at all. You have your standard floor shifter, and then you have your underdash AC unit. Aftermarket stereo as well, carpet mats, all that stuff's in good shape. Door panels are a little bit older, kind of like the cosmetics on the exterior, but nothing's out of place or missing. Just overall, just kind of a stock style older interior that kind of goes along with the rest of the vibe of the car. It's not a fresh restoration by any means, but a good car to hop in and drive, and the interior is very comfortable to drive, and it's overall very, very clean. Engine bay is the same way. You do have your aftermarket upgrades like the aluminum radiator and the electric fan. You do have your aftermarket sand-in style compressor for the AC, and then your newer power booster for the brakes. Again, it is power drums. I would suggest going to a disc at some point. That's just personal preference for me, but it's so inexpensive to do on a Mustang, it's well worth it. On your underneath, as you can see in this video here, we'll impose some photos of the bottom side. It is very solid, very clean, and very original on the bottom outside of the newer exhaust. I didn't find any real rust issues, nothing that's been patched up or hacked. On the inside of the trunk, on the trunk floor, there's a small spot on the outside there. Obviously, most of the trunk is going to be your gas tank, but on the outside portion of like the flat part of the metal on the outside of the gas tank there's a small spot that was repaired, but overall very, very solid, minimal work done on the bottom side. Just a very nice and clean Mustang on the bottom side. Overall, yes, it is an older car cosmetically, but it does already have some really good things. It has aftermarket AC, which is about a $5,000 upgrade if you're going to go drop it off at a shop. It already has power brakes and power steering. Yes, I would swap to a disc brake in the front, but you can go mild to wild when it comes to a disc brake set. But you could buy a standard disc brake set. You can buy that from your local auto parts store, and you can put a disc brake conversion done in your driveway over the weekend if you are mechanically inclined. That would be the one thing I would do, along with fixing a couple of the small little things that we have listed as a no. But it is a fantastic platform to hop in and drive like it sits without doing anything. It is a great car. It cruises awesome. It's just a lot of fun. And I personally think, obviously it's black, it is a great looking Mustang coupe, strong mechanically, and just a fun car to drive. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my virtual descriptions. Make sure you check out the test drive video along with the additional informations tab on my website, pcclassiccars.com. There's going to be a lot of good pertinent information, obviously, in this virtual description with what you're watching. Check out the test drive. It's got more information about the mechanicals in there. And then the Does It Work section is going to have photos of all the flaws, and that Does It Work section with motor numbers, pictures of the VINs on the car as well. So good information all over the place on my website, pcclassiccars.com. I will catch y'all in the next virtual description, and have a great rest of your day.